The New York congressional delegation has several new faces in 2019, all of them Democrats. Two are upstate, Anthony Brindisi and Antonio Delgado. And so far, in at least one category, they're handling things much differently. Remember the drama of holding a town hall in 2010 during the rise of the Tea Party?
Wait a minute, I want to respond.
Your best interest! Will you please vote no?
My thing is this.
In some cases, it's fair to say they could make or break a marginal incumbents.
If you don't believe the bill is paid for, then I guess you're one of those conspiracy theorists, because
That was Syracuse Democrat Dan Maffei from a 2009 town hall. He was defeated the following year. The threat of a viral video, getting yelled at by a constituent, losing your temper, has caused a number of politicians over the last decade to hold just a few during their two-year term, or just avoid them altogether. A lack of town halls became a campaign issue last year in two large upstate congressional districts.
And one of the commitments that I made when I was running for office is that I wanted to hold a lot of town hall meetings, and I wanted to hold those meetings in each county that I represent.
In New York 22, which runs from Utica down to Binghamton, Claudia Tenney, a Republican, didn't hold her first in-person town hall until 9 months into her first term. It was a criticism her opponent Anthony Brindisi brought up often. The Utica resident defeated her in November by the slimmest of margins, and he says the lack of public accessibility was a factor for voters in 2018.
I think it definitely hurt her. There was a lot of debate, obviously, around the tax bill, a lot of debate around the repeal of the Affordable Care Act, and a lot of people who wanted to be able to express their opinions during that time period about perhaps losing their health insurance, worries that they had about medical bills and the potential loss of coverage for pre-existing conditions. And when you don't have that opportunity to be able to be face-to-face with your representative, it does hurt.
It was the same story over in New York 19, an 11-county district that includes the Capital Region, Hudson Valley, and parts of the Mohawk and Schoharie Valley. John Fasso's lack of open events was a point his detractors loved to bring up, especially outside the town halls he did have.
I made a point to come out very early and do 11 town halls in my first 11 weeks.
Antonio Delgado rose from a crowded Democratic field last year and went on to defeat the incumbent by 3 percentage points.
Any representative, Democrat, Republican, Independent, has a responsibility to be present, to be accessible. That's the first order of business. I mean, you have to restore people's sense of trust in their representative, and you can't do that from afar.
We caught up with